Hello guys, welcome to today's video. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about the dangerous career advice keeping a lot of people unemployed. That is what we are talking about in this video today. I know a lot of you, you've heard a whole lot of advice. You've heard do this, you've heard don't do this, you've heard this is the best thing that works. But now today, we're going to hear it from a recruiter's perspective. What actually works, what does not work, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. This is a recruiter. My name is Cynthia. If things that has to do with job recruitment is something that interests you, do not forget to hit that subscribe button so you join the family. All right, so let's just dive right into why we're here today. Those advices that are keeping you unemployed, right? That's what you want to hear today, and that is what we are here to talk about. Okay, now let's say some of the worst career advices I've heard, they sound incredibly smart. In fact, a whole lot of unemployed people and job seekers, they follow it every day because family members repeat it, their friends repeat it, their coaches repeat it. So they tend to follow this advice without knowing that these are actually wrong advice. And that's why you see that some people have been unemployed for years, they've been unemployed for how many years now? That is because they are following certain advice that they've gone outdated, because a whole lot of advices they worked previously. There were previous years that it worked, but right now they do not work because a lot of things are changing, things are evolving, a lot of things are coming into play. So there are some advices job seekers actually take that I'm here to tell you that those are actually the wrong and most dangerous advice for you to be following in this year 2026. Now let's get down to the advices we are talking about. The first wrong advice or dangerous advice you can get is don't apply for any job unless you are 100% qualified to apply. Yeah, it might sound logical, it might sound like the best thing to do, it might sound like until I'm 100% ready or until I 100% match this job, that is when I should apply. But now I'm here to tell you that it's not necessarily supposed to be that way. There are jobs you could meet 70% of the job requirements and you could apply and you could actually get employed for those jobs. Now let me break it to you. There's this thing my friend actually told me one time. He was trying to apply for a job. The job actually had an age requirement. As at that point, he was 2 years ahead of the required age. So the job required for someone within 26 years or less. As at that point, my friend was 28 years of age. So my friend met every other requirement needed for this job, but the age requirement was an issue. My friend did not stop that application because he was not of age to apply. He was not too far from the age because he was 2 years ahead of the age. He was not below the age, but he knew within himself that this job, he was qualified for this job. The only requirement he could not meet was the age, and there was nothing he could do about his age. So, what did he do? He applied for the job. They called him, they had an interview with him, they had a conversation with him, and later on, he landed the job despite not being within the age range that was required. So, what am I saying? You must not be 100% qualified to apply a job for you to apply. There are people that they've been just 60% qualified for a job, and somehow they still manage to land that job. Not just age wise, there are other requirements you could actually look out for. That if you check the job description, you could notice that some jobs actually you met a lot of requirements. It's just one or two things that are not there, that are in the job that you don't have yet. You could actually apply. Just apply. I'm not saying go do hundreds of application, because I keep telling you that applying for volumes of job thinking that's the best thing is not the best thing. I'm not saying because of this you should go apply for different jobs. I'm saying that when you see a job description, you should look at it. You should know what actually aligns with you. Because one thing job seekers actually tend to miss when they're applying for job is it's not even about what the employer wants at this point or what the recruiters are looking for. Sometimes consider yourself. Sometimes consider what you are looking for. Consider your career growth. Consider the journey, the paths, the career path you want to work in. Does this even align with you? Because some of this job you might look at it like, okay, I have 70% of what the job is looking out for, but is that something you really want to work on within yourself? Is that a career path you want to continue on? So what am I saying in essence? I'm just saying that once you see a job that you match at least 60 to 70% of what is required, if and what is, the remaining part of the things that maybe a particular tool you're not conversant with, maybe one tool, there is a tool that they are requiring that you're not conversant with, but you've done every other thing that job description entails. It's just that you don't know how to make use of this tool. You could start learning the tool while you apply for the job too. You could end up landing the job. So you must not be 100% match for that job for you to apply for that job. All right. Those are the advices people keep giving you that is keeping you unemployed. Now let's move to the next advice. Another thing that they could be telling you that is false is stay on one particular job forever because loyalty pays. Stay on one job forever because loyalty pays. Do you know you could be doing a job for 5 years and you've not learned anything? You've not grown at all. Your career has been stagnant without you realizing it. And you've been on a particular job. There are a lot of things that are evolving. You could be working with a company that has not included anything AI in their job. You could be in an industry that heavily works with AI right now, that you have to know how to use certain AI tools for you to progress in that particular industry or in that particular sector you're working with. And then you've been working with this particular company that has not managed to include anything AI, that has not managed to grow. They are still trying to use the traditional method that they've always used. And you keep hearing the advice, stay in one job forever because loyalty pays. Trust me, sometimes it's not even about the money, it's not even about the pay tagged to the job, it's not even about what the job looks like. It's all about, are you even growing career wise? If you come out of that job in the next 25 years, would you even be able to land any other job? Would anybody want to employ you? That is one thing you have to consider. I know loyalty pays. There were years past that you could say, okay, let me stay in this particular job or industry for years, it pays. But right now, 2026, in 2026, you can't be on a job forever and say loyalty pays. Your career will be stagnant. Your career would tend to be stagnant because there are a lot of things happening, a lot of tools are being used that your company might not have started using. You need to move to a better place so you can grow career wise, so you can grow to be employable by other people, so that even the money you're looking at, your finances too, can grow with it because it's the more skills you learn, the more growth you get, the more pay you get. All these things, they always align, they always work hand in hand. So you should not take the advice of stay on a job forever because loyalty pays. We don't do that right now. If you're not growing there, if that place is not helping you grow career wise, teaching you new things, new tools to use, new things to learn, and it's something that is making you feel like people in this industry and people that are doing the same job role with you in other companies, they are moving way ahead of you. It's time for you to look elsewhere. It's time for you to look for something else to do. It's time for you to look for other companies to work, other challenging roles to take on. So don't stay in a company forever because of the advice. Loyalty pays. I know loyalty pays, but if it requires you to move and learn something new and grow career wise, please do it. Please do it. Don't follow the advice that will keep you unemployed forever. Let's move to the third point. Some people keep telling you that your degree will speak for itself. Your degree will speak for itself. I know it is a very good thing, very nice, thumbs up for having a degree. I agree with you 100%. It is the best thing and the most important thing that could happen to anybody, trying to grow career wise. Even though I know a lot of people in different careers without any degree. But yes, degree is a very good thing. I am a degree holder, so degree is a very good thing to have. But then people telling you that your degree will speak for itself is a false advice. Is a false advice. Degree without skill, without any learning cannot move you to anywhere. Your degree without you learning something, your degree without you practicalizing what you've learned will land you nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. So as you're acquiring that degree, acquire skills too. Acquire skills to practice what you've learned. Even if during your time in school they've been teaching you a lot, you need to practicalize. You need to practicalize what you've learned. You need to put it into practice. It's not just because you have that degree. Because I know a lot of people that graduated with first class that can actually not be able to do a lot of things in that particular course they actually studied in school. Why? Because they've not been able to practicalize what they studied. They've not learned any skill to back up what they studied. There is no skill to back up what they studied. Imagine going to school and you're studying a human resource course. Human resource course is a very good thing, is a very nice course to study, and you come out with your degree. A human resource person without an experience, it's not fully tagged a human resource person, because what can you offer at the end of the day? You've acquired the certificate and the degree, yes. What can you offer? Can you really handle people? Can you really do things in regards to what you studied? Your degree does not always speak for you. You have to speak for yourself. What you've learned has to speak for you. The skills you've acquired over the years has to speak for you. So stop taking the advice your degree will speak for you. It is not the best thing to do, and it's not the best advice for anybody to give you. It is one of the wrongest advice. Sorry. It is one of the wrong advice you could get from anybody in this year 2026. This particular point I want to talk of is a point that I know a lot of people actually say it, even people around me. They tell you that networking is for extroverts. Who even brought up that advice saying that networking is actually for extroverts? Who made you networking a thing for extroverts? Networking is for everybody. Be you extrovert, introvert, networking is for everybody. You definitely have to network. And when I say network, I don't mean go and gather hundreds and millions of contacts and have it on your contact list. That's networking. No, I mean building professional networks. Some jobs are not even posted out there. Some jobs, you can get some jobs just through your network. You can get some jobs just because someone recommended you, so just because someone referred you. Some of the jobs are not posted. You have to know this. Some of the jobs are not posted online. That's why you hear people say, oh, one of my friend actually told me about the job. I applied and they were able to employ me, and that was it. Those jobs, they don't even get hundreds of applications or 200s of application. No, they don't get those number of application. Why? Because the jobs were never posted in the first place. So you did not have to compete with thousands of people. Just because you have network that could connect you to this job, it will help you. It is not just an extrovert thing. Even if you're an introvert, you have to network. You have to find people in your network. You can network with people in your profession online, offline, in gatherings, in events, in seminars. There are lots of places for you to network with people. You're an extrovert, you stay indoors, you don't go out. Okay, there are communities online. There are communities online. There are communities in different platforms where you can engage with people in your professional field and people that does the same thing you do. Networking is not just an extrovert thing. Networking is for everybody. It's something everybody has to be engaged in. It's something everybody has to do. You have to network one way or the other. You have to network. You have to get people in your industry to know you, to notice you. Some of the gigs and some of your highest paying clients might even come from one of your network. You never can tell. So network, please. Don't take the advice of networking is for extroverts. No, my darling. It is for everybody. Right? Let's go to the next point. Another dangerous advice is just take any job so you can get your foot into the door. Just take any job. You can get your foot into the door. Just get your foot in. Take any job, anything that comes out. Have you considered the career path you want to build on? Have you considered where you want to see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? Have you considered what you've dreamt of that you want to do or what you want to be? Have you dreamt of that before just taking any job? People telling you to take just any job, get your foot into the door. Imagine you're trying to get your life into being a web designer and you're taking any job and you went and took a job in, let's say, a business development manager. That's where you started your career. And somehow, as you put your foot into the door, somehow as you've stepped into that career path, you manage to stay there for years, 3 years, 5 years, you're still on that path. You've still not found a way to navigate back to what you always wanted, which is web design. So that advice of take any job that comes just to get your foot into the door, does it really work for you? Does it really work in your favor? Because I think at the end of the day, you have to think about yourself when it comes to this job thing, everything that has to do with job. Think about yourself before you think about the employer. Does this favor you? Will this favor you in the long run? If this is not going to favor you in the long run, if it's not something that will align with what you're looking out for, you might end up being stuck in the wrong path for years. If you take this advice of let me get my foot into the door, you might be on the wrong path for years. I'm telling you, for years you will be on the wrong path, trying to still find your way and trace your way back into what you've always wanted. And that could take a whole lot of time again. That could be you starting all over again to find an entry level again for you to get into that part you've always wanted. So that advice is not the best advice for you. These are advices that has been keeping a whole lot of people unemployed and stuck at some point in their lives because people keep saying it, family members, friends, coaches, you keep hearing it everywhere. Those are not the best advice for you as a job seeker. I, as a recruiter, I am telling you, those are not the best things you're supposed to hear or the best parts to work on. All right. If anything related to job recruitment is something you want to hear or something you want to get more insights on, or you want to hear from a recruiter's perspective, here is the best place for you. Hit on that subscribe button so you join the community. And if to comment is a very big deal for you, it's enough. It's okay. It's okay. Don't do too much. Just like the video so that YouTube will know that this was impactful and this will help someone out there so that you can push this to someone out there so that someone can learn from it. You never can tell who you will be saving just by liking this video. It does not take anything, it does not cost money. So just hit on that like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next video. For now, Recruiter Cynthia says bye bye.